Okay, so I was charged with 2 first-degree CDVs in 2021. At the time, I do not understand law, and I'm not questioning anything, believing I have a lawyer working for me. 2 years go by, and then I start catching all the documents. So, I want to show you. The United States Supreme Court of Appeals sees this. They titled it Joshua Lynn Robinson versus Michael Killenberg Floyd McGrew, police officer. But they won't go forward because there's not a deposition in the case. Okay? So, this cop makes himself. So I'm supposed to go to criminal trial for this, April 7th. And I want to show you this and try to be very detailed. So I was charged with 2 first-degree CDVs. I finally get the documents. This cop made himself the reporting officer, Michael Kimbler, the approving officer, and the follow-up investigator all on the same day. Now look at that. You see his name? That's supposed to be officer on scene. That's supposed to be a lieutenant, captain, or corporal. That's supposed to be an investigator. He did it in every one of his reports, his supplement reports for the Guerrero Police Department. This man said, I had, in his affidavits, he says, further, the defendant does have at least 2 prior convictions of domestic violence, 11/14/2012. Y'all, I never had nothing like that. He said that I had a malicious damage to personal property. For 2 years, David C. of Greenville, my lawyer, was hiding all this with Brittany Scott. So let me ask you. You see this name right here, Reed Edward Smith. So if you run his name, he is going to have the same exact charges on the same exact day I turned myself in. Okay? So, how was I at summary court for domestic violence first degree? You see the case numbers? 775, 776. Just remember those 3 back numbers. How was I here at summary court for domestic violence first degree? I never seen this document and I never refused. I had never seen this, but that is the cop's handwriting. And I know that's my ex's handwriting. But how was I at here, this court for these charges on 11/22/21, but at another courthouse for the same exact warrant numbers? You see that? 775, 776. That's a general sessions courthouse. That's not summary court. So these are 2 different courthouses for the same exact charges on the same exact day. How did I do that? This was a falsified document for the cop, for sure. Okay? And if you look at the S on that Kathy Hill signature, look at that S. Look at that S. Look at that S. I'm not crazy. I see things for what it is. Alright? So, how they said I had 2 first degree CDVs, 775, 776. I haven't figured this part of the story out. Alright? But I believe Michael Kimbler came on 10/25/21 and he put a first degree on me. But they were going to give me a bond. So he comes back, because this is his handwriting. He comes back, marks that out, and puts a first degree, because at first he put a second degree on at this date, 10/25. But then he comes back and puts a first degree on this date and marks that out. But Judge Kathy Hill did not want to show what truly happened. So she made, Judge Kathy Hill, 2 first degree CDVs. And then used Reed Edward Smith's documents to hide everything. Brittany Scott, the prosecutor, she tried to offer me a plea of third-degree DVD, 90-day suspended sentence. But notice, it's only the 776 warrant number. Where's the 775 that they messed up on and came back on? Another date. I believe Brittany Scott, the prosecutor, was trying to hide what really happened on this day with the premeditation. So, the Greenville County Sheriff's Department run up on me on 11/22/23. That very day, I was getting an ankle monitor, charging for my ankle monitor. When they ran up on me, I was insisting. They ran up on me, hog-tied me, took me into Greenville County Detention Center. Okay. He leaned forward, insisting he could not have a warrant for failure to comply. I'm telling these people, I was at the ankle monitor office this day, man. Something's not right. And he turned the footage off in the car, actually. But I ended up getting the warrants. So how did Bryce Garrett, the clerk of court, sign off on a failure to comply arrest warrants? This was the clerk of court of Greenville. She signed off on warrants to have me arrested November 22, 23, where they hog-tied me and took me into jail. A clerk of court cannot do this. A clerk of court cannot do this. So while I'm in the Greenville County Detention Center on 12/3/23. So when they walk me in the jail, I see a form of communication with the cop who brings me in the jail on 11/22/23. They take me to Red Pod and do not give me a phone call for 7 days. I don't know if you can see this. They brought to Red Pod. So I feel like Greenville County Detention Center report, incident type report, while I'm in the jail. And I had the jail notarize it while I'm in the jail. I was given no phone call for 7 days. So I wrote this in the jail. I get out, and on 12/19/23, I file a lawsuit at the Court of Common Pleas. There's the case number, Joshua Lynn Robinson versus the Greenville County Detention Center. My filing fee and everything, because of what they did with the other phone call. I then go the next day on 12/20/23. That's 12/19. 12/23. I file the FOIA. I need all my footage of being changed out, all my footage in the jail period, all my grievances, write-ups, and complaints, even signed by a sheriff on 12/9/23. Hobart Lewis with the Greenville County Sheriff's Department responds on December 29th, 2023, 9 days later. The Greenville County Sheriff's Office legal unit received public record requests December 28th. Video footage of arrest, video footage of detention, phone log, complaint, written jail, computer, there's my case number, for resisting arrest. The Greenville County Sheriff's Office legal unit has reviewed your request and has determined the records you have requested are exempt from disclosure under the South Carolina Freedom of Information Act. The records you have requested are part of an ongoing investigation where criminal charges are currently pending, talking about what's happening in Greer. So he's talking about what's happening in Greer. And then January 8th, I get the Vazcam footage of Michael Kibler falsified everything. So now I'm emailing Brittany Scott, the prosecutor, for 3 months, over and over and over. They have a Feretta warning, March 1st. Feretta warning, me represent being a pro se litigant. Brittany Scott writes, the state also reviewed email to the assistant solicitor from the defendant containing language which appeared to be aggressive, somewhat threatening. You see how they reword stuff. I never threaten and I'm never aggressive. They try to appear. The state presented the defendant had sent over 140 emails. I sent over 140 emails within 3 months to the prosecutor, Brittany Scott, upon the cop's Vazcam footage. On March 13th, Jenny Moran with the Captain Records manager in Greenville County, she calls me and even emails me. She offered me the footage from the jail that Hobart Lewis denied December 29th. But now they're offering it March 13th with the same ongoing investigation going on. Only the specific footage I had requested had been filmed over, violating the FOIA completely. Remember, they're offering it now. Attached is an invoice regarding available video footage during your incarceration. Jenny Moran of the Records Division. That's her email. So email Jenny. So I go to the clerk of court and I file a motion to be heard upon the destruction of the footage. That's on March 19th. This footage was crucial, and it depicted interaction between guards and sheriffs and other individuals involved handling of my revealing potential corruption and collusion despite. So the next day, I cannot find my motions I clocked. And the footage is on my Facebook and TikToks for you to see. I can't find them. So I go up to the clerk of court, and I'm the black lady on the computer, if you've seen the video. I make her scroll up to show me my documents online. This is what she scrolled up to. They were hiding Jenny Moran destroyed the footage and that Hobart Lewis denied it. Look how this is black. This is what was on the computer screen. If you get on my Facebook, Hobart Lewis denies it December 29th. But Jenny Moran offers it March 13th with the same ongoing investigation. Then they try to cover up in the clerk of court the situation, blackening out the document.